I'm not even sure about what I'm doing. Let me just watch tutorials. Or at least see tutorials. Wait a minute. I'm finding my tutorial. So, I'm gonna put this right there and just try to figure out how I'm supposed to do my stuff. This way. How about in the middle of the circle that I'm supposed to put? Right, something like there. The middle of this part, I'm supposed. Okay. Okay. That's damn. 9 people. Sorry, guys. I'm learning to draw, so don't expect me to be fast or anything. I'm figuring out with some shitty tutorial, and I'm not sure about what I'm doing. Wait. Damn. It's hard to draw a circle on such a nivelate place. Gonna just draw a circle. Okay. Now, let's just make a ball. Or something like a ball. Make the side of the head. Or something similar to it. Try to extend this part. Find the bone cheeks. Just fix them together. And now we have something like a face. The neck is supposed to be about there or something like that. And now I just didn't use my guideline at all. And that's not a good thing. Ah. If I want this to be true, my character is supposed to look in this direction. So the chin should be angled in the opposite direction. So something like that. This part should be around here. That's better. If I try to find where the nose would be, it's around here. Wait a minute. What Sam does Hart said. He said you're supposed to separate your thing in 3 places: the airline, the eyebrows, and the mouth. So let's just listen to what Sam said. So mouth, eyes, and call it the hairline. Now, if I want everything to be aligned together, I should try to find where the nose is supposed to be. I can just use my central line. My eyes should be to an equal dame, but no, because right now my looking is supposed to be a bit like this. Okay, now I see the problem. My original guideline is not. Wait. Ah! Trying to figure out how to draw. If we imagine that the character is looking in this direction, the nose is supposed to be around here or roughly there. The mouth is in some kind of neutral position around here. But now this portion of the face is too big, so probably more like that. And I have the same problem. This part is too big. So maybe I forgot the nose for a second and the mouth, and I just tried to put my center guideline in a better angle, like something more like that. Maybe a bit like that. Now it seems a little bit better. Let's try to find where my eyes are supposed to be. So let's create some kind of natural cave shape. So that way I can find the center of my eyes. Now that I have this, I can just relight them. So they say, you add the nose. We don't really care about the nose and the mouth. We're not stylizing. We're just trying to make a real shape. So let's just okay. Now, at an equal distance, I just try to separate the eyes. And because this is an... Wait a minute. The face is round, right? Okay, let's just try on this side and forget about the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. I need to go check how you're supposed to do this. Do I have... Do I have any reference sheets for that? I don't think so. So I'm gonna... Who knows? Maybe the problem is that I don't have the actual shape of the face. So maybe I'm just in need of some kind of better facial structure. Better, I said, not uglier. Learning is hard. I'm just gonna do a false nose, some kind of mouth. Now for the eyes, I'm kind of screwed because oh man, I forgot this central guideline. It's not helping me, but because when you see a curved object, let's do some 3Ds. I want to understand. Let's use some kind of oval shape or about an oval shape, and you wrap it around the surface. When you're here, even if it's an oval, it's finished in a line. So on paper, I should not be able to see this part. The eyes should be stopped right there. Like right there. Let's try that. I'm trying my best. So, because this eyes is at, wait, let's do the full simulation. This way I can truly understand how I'm supposed to draw them. So, those are eyes, okay? And from a normal angle, I'm like this. Now I'm in the, I don't know the name of this angle, but I'm like this. So, my eye should be stopped right there. I can only see about the third of the eyes. So let's try that. Okay. It's shitty, but I think it's better. Now let's reinvest what we learned and redo the same thing, but in a different angle. So let's do it on the other side. So the middle of the face. A guideline. The side of the face. Or something like that, I'm not sure. And now let's pretend that I know what I'm doing. So you're supposed to make your cheek. Is that the right word? Cheek? You make your cheek. You find the angle you're looking at this way. You try to find your jawline. Connect the part. Close the circle. Now you're in this angle, so your neck is kind of small actually. Okay, that's a better shape than the other one. That's cool. Now let's try to find the middle of the face. It's about maybe around here. Okay, let's roll with that. Let's create the concave spot. Okay, now I have a better idea where is my nose. I think it's more about around here, maybe a little bit lower. Actually, let's do the the sum the sum thing. So maybe about there, and there. So this dummy have a too wide jaw, probably, because my three sections are not at the same size. Or at the same size, but it's not logical. Oh, okay. Okay. Now let's try to separate the eyes. Redo the same. Okay. Now this size is too small. Too small and not well placed. Or maybe it's this part of the face that is not well done. Maybe I'm just not exaggerating those angles enough so that I can see what I do. So let's do them bigger. Just visualize what I'm doing. That's at the same moment. Let's do the real shape of an actual face. Even if that's not the real shape of a face, but you understand. Damn, what does a face look like? Bro, the face, it's a cheek. The cheek is kind of round, like that. Afterward, you have the inner part of the mouth, which is kind of incurved. I'm not sure about that, but let's roll. We made an eye. It finished in the void, so we don't do it completely. Finish this one. And we have a better proportion. But it's not quite that. And the camera make it worse than it looks, but yeah. It's bad. It's bad, but we are learning. Let's try to do that on another page. And I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna do some kind of guideline with a ball. Because now I'm gonna set some goal. Okay. So you do a circle. I want this circle to look in this direction. So let's make it look in this direction. Well, now it's not looking in this direction, but let's roll with that. It's more kind of this way. Make it rounder, please. Rounder, rounder, rounder. Okay. But now he's not looking in the right place, so I think I don't understand correctly how I'm supposed to use this. Aha! Aha! Actually, the jaws are never this big. The line starts from this point and just go straight down. You're not supposed to curve it, you're just supposed to respect where it wants to be. So I said the jaws are not this big, and this is supposed to be closed. Now we have the same thing, but no. Now I just have a face plan. What am I doing, bro? Let's try to make the side of the face bigger. Maybe something like that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wait. Okay. Now we find this part of the face. We have the jaw. And we cut the head. So that's better. Or I think it's better. That's a better way to do it, actually. Now let's forget about the eyes and just do that 100 of time. So do a ball. Try to make it rounder, please. Draw. And now the problem is that I'm just following the curve of the ball. What I should do is find where I want my eyes to be. So let's say I want them around here. I should just cut this part in a linear way. Now that I know the angle of my face and I know that I want to look in this way, I can find the bone cheeks. My ball is not really round, so it didn't really work, but I just connect them, finish the face, and now I'm looking in the right place. And I'm still... Okay, that's better. That's better than what we did on the last page. Ugly as shit drawing. Let's try that again. We draw a circle. We draw the side of the face. We find the middle of what we want to do. Let's do a lower kind of face where we're looking down. Now that. Well, now the problem is that the middle of my face is supposed to be there, where I want it here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you kind of have to adapt your drawing when you're doing this. Like this line should be around here or something like that. Okay, let's restart. Okay, let's try this another time. Okay. We know that we want the eyes in this position. This should be the jaw again. And we cut the face. Can make a cheek if we want. Now the face is looking downward. And it's what we want. Now, logically, you'd see the oof, I'm not really sure. You're supposed to draw the neck right there. Maybe something like that. Okay, we're improving. We are improving. Okay. Let's try another one, but this time, okay. Yeah. Now, I want it to look in this direction. So, from what I learned, the side you're looking is the opposite of the ball, so let's do this. We want it to be kind of in a position that look like that. So let's just don't forget that this is a part of the ball. We want it to be aligned with this line. So now we extend the line. I'm not sure about what I'm doing right now. We found the cheek and we close the face. Now, technically speaking, the middle of this should be here. So this line is kind of misaligned. But let's forget about that. So normally the eyes would be around here, and everything should be aligned more like that. Okay, let's just try another profile. Can you see this correctly? I'm gonna try to make a better angle. Okay, so draw a circle. Now let's try to look completely to the sky. We're in this position, so let's make a smaller ball. We want it to be completely to the sky, so let's follow the curve of the face, but really high. The middle of the face should be around here. Now, the tricky part is that I think you're supposed to erase a part of the circle when you do crazy angle like that, but let's just try. No, yeah. Now I'm just drawing in the circle, and that's not a good thing. How can I do that? Oh, some people told me they want a shout out. Shout out, Briley and Cholena. Sorry, I didn't saw you guys. I wasn't looking. So shout out to you. I think I remember your name, Briley. You were there two days ago, I think. Yeah. Thank you for watching. That's cool. I'm just sorry that you're not here to hear it, but thank you. So, let's continue. What were we doing? We wanted to make a face looking in this direction. So, I think I made this part too small, actually. Even if you're... Wait, let's use the bottle. And the ball. If you're a ball, and your eyes are there, the side of your face is planned, right? Because you're a human. If you look upward, the side of your face is as big as if you were just looking. Yeah, it's the same. You're not supposed to downgrade this ball. It's always big. Point. Period. So let's try this again. Now we know that this is the angle. And now we can just make a fake pattern, just so we can figure out where the eyes should be. Okay. This one is not that great, and I don't know why. Because if you do it like that, you don't have the space to put the hairline. Because if the hairline is around here and the eyes are around here, the mouth takes so much space in the face. It's it's stupid. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to learn this, because that's annoying. Or maybe, if you make this part rounder, like a real ball, and just redo the circle. If this part is rounder, and you actually start the line around here directly, is it even better? No, it's bad. Point. Okay, this one is useless. Let's try another one. Let's do a circle. Now let's just look in this direction. We want to make the side of the face bigger this time and rounder, exceptionally rounder. Actually, I should try to happy. Now I will remember those person. Okay, let's do this. Typically, if you want to look in this way, that means our eyes are about there, right? Then the middle of the face is about there. So if we extend this part, try to do this. No, we have the same problem. Because if I'm doing the center of the ball, at the same moment that I do the eyes, my problem is that this part is joining the cheeks, and we don't want that. So is this part not aligned correctly, or this part not aligned correctly? Should I try to make it more linear, like that, and connect it afterward? Maybe that's the right guess. Because if I try this another time, just put some fake eyes. That's probably better than before. Because now we have an actual face. Or I'm dumb. Or maybe I'm dumb, and the reason why all my drawing are bad is that because this circle is supposed to be big enough that the bigger circle don't, like, this space should not exist. This should be glued to this. So if we try the same position, but with a different side of the face placements, let's try that. So we do the same angle, we want to look in this direction, but this time the side of the face is way bigger. Like way bigger. But how? How? How are you supposed to control this correctly? Okay. Now it's bigger. It's bigger, so it should be better, right? Same angle, the same place we want to look. Just extend this part in a linear way. Do the same on this side of the face. Then connect this part. Yeah, that's better. So I have a problem with this circle. I have to make it bigger. That's what I learned. Do this bigger. Okay. Okay. So now let's continue on the same pose. Same pose, but bigger circle. So No, like really bigger. Or maybe it's because I do my circle too ovally. Let's try to make them more ovally, but in the other, like that, side of your face. Now we do the same as before, which is become kind of easier. No, we have to pass in the middle of the face. If we want to do that, we have to concentrate a little bit. That, linear line, linear line, connect everything, connect the face, and now we have it. A more natural looking face. Yeah, that's probably what I need to learn to do more this kind of face. So it's not a perfect circle that you're supposed to do in this method. It's more likely to be an oval. Okay, let's continue. Learning process. Okay, so circle. No, forget about the circle. Just smushed it a little bit just to see if when you exaggerate it, it's better. To the side of the face. Find just a random angle we want to do the face. Find the middle. Straight line. Straight line. Connect everything. No, okay. So if it's too smooch, the proportions are not correct. But if it's too round, your circle won't touch this part. And that's not what we want. So the correct circle would be like something like that. A smooch circle. So if we want to make him see in this direction, let's add this famous part. Follow the curve of the face. Find the middle part. Straight line. Straight line, bone cheeks. And there it is. He look in this direction. Okay, I'm starting to understand. Wow, the focus on the camera is horrible. Creamy monk salt. Hello, guy. You're new? I can't hear the messages, so I'm gonna turn up the sound a little bit. I don't hear the notification. That's sad. Okay. Now I have a better idea. Let's do the same. Same kind of big circle. Let's make him look in this way. This way mean the eyes would be about here. And the middle of the face could be around here. So extend the face. Bone cheek. And cut it. So now we have someone looking downward. So the circle is not that great, but you understand. Let's try this again. try this again on the downward example. Just make it more round. Smooshed up. Follow the curve of the ball. Let's do straight lines. Straight lines. Connect. Close. Okay, so it worked this way. Perfect. Now I'm happy. I learned today. I learned. So, if we try to do this for a profile picture. So, we're face on. We draw some linear curve. We do same as we did. Same as we did. Let's try to separate now's face highs. So the eyebrow should be around here, the nose here, and the hairline here. Or at least I think that's the right proportion. If you say that the eyebrows are here, that means the nose is about here. Let's do a little distance for the eyes. If your eyes are just simple as possible, we're not sketching anything out right now. And your mouth is here and there, and then you have your hair. Okay, maybe I should try to learn how to do those profile picture. Let's find some picture. I don't know if the Lewis method function on those, but let's try. Let's find something like an anime tutorial or something. Can you see what I do? No, you can't see. I just want to see a big canvas. No, please. Please, I'm begging. Okay. Now I remember how you're supposed to do those. So in this case, we're doing a real circle. We find a real anchor point. This we try to separate the eyes from the. Wait a minute. I'm looking at a shitty tutorial. Let's find a better example of what I search. I don't find anyone. Okay, let's just continue with the Lewis method. We'll learn to do profile another day. Hi, Dynamungji. I didn't hear your message, but hi, even if I'm late. Happy to see you. Okay, now let's try to make it look in this way. So, same as before, we do the big circle. we do the big circle, we find the angle we want to do. So it's a ball, should be a bit round. This now, because it's a ball, gonna exaggerate this part, make it kind of obvious that. Wait, no, 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 no. You're not trying to. No, 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 no. So now we make it. Okay. But, the focus is gone. But if I'm making someone look in this position, why can't I just make this line go all over the character? Because my face is not round as that. If you take a circle, like, obviously it's curved, but it's not this curved. Because right now with this we see just a big cylinder, and that's not great. You don't want to see a big cylinder. Hmm. So I'm not sure, but let's just continue to practice. Now let's make it look slightly to the left. Or is that the left? I'm not sure. I'm kind of a dummy. So he looks right there. Make it straight line, bone cheeks, and there it is. You have a normal, the neck is too thick. You have a normal position. But those type of less exaggerated movement, I don't. Like on the last page, we did some exaggerated pose, but when it's just a simple movement, I'm kind of struggling. What is the problem with this drawing? Is it the cheeks that are too small? Is it the shape of the face that should be a bit more like that or something? Should I try to do cheeks? Like, it's more human, that's sure, but like, even if I start the eye guideline, no, this look awkward. How can I fix that? Because right now, this sphere is not spheric, because this is just a cross. What I should try to do is make this curve in the same way that everything is curving around this spheric ball. So the problem with this is that if I continue the circle, it's like if the top of my head was here, which is not true. The top of my head is around here. So if I move this cross and make it at the place where it should be, like right here, Does it solve my problem? Just make it a little bit linear. Does it solve my problem? No. No, it didn't solve any problem, but it's logical. So there's a chance this guideline is not affected by the sphere. It's only there to help me. As on this one, the guideline is not wrapping around the skull or anything. It's just a guideline. Okay. Okay. So by the a dyslexic writing in his okay. I made my notes. Now let's use my notes. So circle, as always. Look in this direction, please. Big circle, middle of the face, that. Let's make a cross. I know where my cheeks are supposed to be. Extend the jaw, curve it, and connect it. Okay, so the simple shape is correct. Yeah, so this part is only a guideline. You're not supposed to make it wrap around the skull or anything. It's just a guideline. Like if I'd use my fake ball, it's not like I do a cross on the side that help me figuring out the rest. It's just so that I can see two big lines right here. Okay, that's interesting. And it's the same for my fake eye guideline. I'm not supposed to make it fit with the circle. It's just in there. Ah, okay. Okay. That's interesting. Let's try another point of view. Maybe no, I already did this one a few times. Let's try this angle. So opposite of the face, we draw the big circle. Find the middle of the face. Linear line. I found the cheek. I connect and connect. And now I make this part. Okay. I'm starting to understand some stuff. Okay, that's interesting. So it's true that there's a big T in faces. Because I learned there was just a technique, you just do a T and everything lined up, like you just filled up your stuff, but I don't believe in this method. Starting from a T seems kind of silly. Okay, So I don't really need to do this guideline at the start. I can even just erase it if I want. I just need that for the eyes. The orientation of the face is only defined by this line. So I'm gonna note that. Angle. Okay. So let's try this one. Let's try this one. That. Cross. Cheek. Close the face. And now make the back. I wasn't supposed to do a back. There's a problem with this drawing. There's a problem that I can't fix, or maybe that's because we don't have real cheeks. And that's the awkward part. Or if I just adjust my line so there's an actual chin. Yeah, I should try to add some chins to my dummies. And I just realized I'm not putting any jaw. Like, what is this? That's just a straight round line. Technically, there would be a jaw. Something a bit thicker. Let's put that to the test. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Look in this direction. Big ball. Big ball. Middle of the face. Straight line where I want it. Cross. Jaw. Then close the face. Okay. So it seems like my dummies are getting more consistent. Now let's try to put the eyes. Even if it's not a good moment. Let's just make the neck. So now the problem with this is that this part is equal to this part. It's even smaller, and that's not correct, because on my model for there, this is way bigger. So we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. Use my crayon. That. Now it's way smaller, which is good. But the jaw is kind of big. Like kind of. A bit big. So I could extend the chin, something like that. that's not super accurate. I could try to make the morphology of the face right now. It would be a great idea. Cheeks. Jesus. Jeez. I'm gonna redo the circle and do a smaller job. That's probably better, or at least in my book. But now I'm on the eyebrows. I want to be under the eyebrows. So those eyes are not at a good spot. They should be under it, like that. Okay. I'm gonna learn to do faces feature, but later. Now I'm just practicing the position. We're gonna do another page, and after that we're gonna learn to do actual faces. So, circle, looking this way, the big ball, this way, the cross, find the cheek, connect it, close the face, and now we have something that looks like a face, or is about looking like a face. Okay, okay. If I make it this round, my big concern is that you don't see the ball. Like, where is the ball? I want to see the ball. And now there's just a big cross. Oh, Boku, hi, Boku. What's your favorite things to do? What a great question. I don't know. uh, uh, you seem like someone innocent. I won't say some bad stuff. I like to do art in general. That's such a sweet question. What is your favorite things to do? I love art. And hi, said hi. Hi. Okay. Now look this way. Big ball. I'm fastening a little bit the process because I knew I gotta stop to bother about the small stuff. Cross, find the bone cheek, close it, and finish the face. Again, we have the face. But the problem with this type of face is that my neck is not placed correctly. Right now, the angle on the neck is so big that it should probably be tended up like that. Right? Like you should see the curve of the neck and everything. Because if you can see the body in this position, you're obviously looking up to the sky or some kind of sky. I don't know. How does the neck look in this position? Because if you're just thinking about that, if you just extend the neck, the face is only turning this way. I want it to turn this way and this way. So what I should do is do a normal neck, like in this way, but bend it. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. Okay. That's not quite the theme. Let's try to do some highs. No, forget about the eyes. Let's continue to practice the posture. Let's focus. Perfect. A normal circle. You're gonna look in this way. So big ball around here. Find the bone cheek. Close it. Finish the head. And if we want you to look like this, I'm gonna make your eyebrows look this. So technically speaking, you're not angled in the right way. You should be looking like that. Right? Am I right? Is there anyone in the chat that can say me, you're right? Damn. There's a lot of messages in this chat. Okay. 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 Let's finish the page and we'll stop. So what we learned from all the drawing that we done today is that not only that I'm bad, but that's gross. The cheeks are supposed to do a big line. So let's correct the drawing that we did 30 minutes ago, just to see if I understand what I did wrong. So we understand that this ball is supposed to be bigger. This is supposed to be round, or at least rounder. If you want to look in this way, you have to make this way cooler. Make the cross, find the bone cheek, close the face, finish the face. If I want to look in this way, I'm gonna make this kind of looking face. At least the facial structure is better. This one is not that bad. Let's forget about it. No, that's okay. That's okay. Just make sure that he have a jaw. Because if he don't, he's just not human. Those are not supposed to be eyes. That's an eyebrow. So the eye should be around here. The problem with this is that I'm curving my thing, so I should just continue in a straight line. Continue in a straight line. This is not a cross, so just don't forget about the cross. Give him a jaw, close the face, close the face. So this part of the face is way too big, but I can't really make anything around that. Okay. We fix this one. That's just a mess. I won't work with that. This one is okay, but I don't understand this part, so let's do it again and make the face rounder, because right now it's not. I just did the same line. Bro. Okay. If you want to make this, you should extend a little bit the way your character is looking. So more like that. Close the face, finish the face. If you want it to look in this direction, you should make the eyebrow look more like this. And that's it, basically. If we put the eyes, just to be sure that it's better. Yeah, that's probably better. But is it me or the camera make everything gross? Like, on your angle, this drawing is ugly as fuck. I should probably try to make you look at the page like that. Now you have a better idea of our progress. Let's fix the camera a little bit. 10 minutes ago you were looking like that. It's ugly. Okay. Let's see what we done wrong on this. This one I was just playing with the shape of the face. I just got it. Anyway. Yes, I don't have a sharpener, so I'm using a cutter. Don't be annoying. So what we done wrong on this? First of all, that's not round. Let's just make it rounder. If I want to make this contre-plongée, I should just extend my line a little bit and make it way linear. The cross should go a little bit deeper so that we see the jaw. Even though the face would be big, we prefer that over a face that don't seem logical. And then I'm not sure what we did wrong. I can't really correct this one. I don't have the skills, unfortunately. Oof. Do I really want to correct this one? I'm not sure. Let's try to do our best, but I'm not sure it's worth the waste in time. Because naturally the ball is too big. It's a smaller ball that we need. Something like that. That's better. And now we do the side of the face. and we see immediately that the cheek is way too big. So we redo the cross. And now it's better in a way. Even if on camera it's ugly, but I mean, it's better. In my eyes, it's better. This short KK said, you should watch Alien Stage. First of all, huh? Second of all, I don't know this show. Sorry. And third of all, why? What kind of question are you asking? You should watch Alien Stage, bro. We are drawing. I'm not sure what is the point of this question, but if I find a show, maybe I watch it. But what the fuck? Okay, what are the error on this page? Let's start with this one. The alignment of the face is not that bad. Obviously, the circle is messy and the guideline are not at the right place, but like if I want to make the eyes looking this way, I should really exaggerate this round shape of the face and try to wrap it around. This should be in the angle of the face alignment, so we can make a cheek, even though I don't have one right now, and close the face manually. We don't see anything. Afterwards, it's pretty okay if we just make the eyes to be sure that everything is aligned. Yeah, it's better. This one is a mystery for me, because I think the problem is that the cross is not, well, closer, but when it's closer, it's ugly. So this one is a mystery for me. I don't know how to solve it. That, for example, is way easier to correct, because immediately what you can see is that this part is not aligned with my my centerpiece. It should be like that. And afterward, we connect the jaw. So right now, that's better. If I want to make it look this way, it's the correct alignment, but just remember the face is a sphere. So make it a bit rounder, please. Second of all, the face is more spherical than that. But the rest is okay, I guess. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe a bit awkward, but this is not rescuable, and those are the last one that we did. They're fast, so it's normal that they're bizarre. So yeah, for today I think we learned a bit. We streamed for about 1 hour. So let's just check the comments last time. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Bye. I was just drawing a little bit, so it's the end of the stream. Bye bye.